What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm going to be doing my official 2022 Camp World Truck Series predictions for the 2022 season. And we got 10 predictions for the 2022 season. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Prediction number 1. Chandler Nemechek is going to win at least 4 Camp World Truck Series races in 2022. Chandler Nemechek will be driving the Ford truck once again in 2022. There have been speculation he was potentially going to go up to Joe Gibbs Racing full time, but he'll be returning to Kyle Busch Motorsports in 2022. He did a really impressive job in 2021, where he's able to score 5 victories, but his last win in 2021 did come at Pocono, but he was able to make the championship 4. But I expect that he will be a better driver going into 2022, and I think he's going to win at least 4 races next year. It wouldn't shock me if he wins more, but he was extremely impressive last year. I think his season was really overshadowed by how dominant Kyle Larson was after coming back from what happened earlier in the year. And Ty Gibbs is dominant, really big upbringing in 2021. Chandler Nemechek had a really impressive season, and I think in 2022 he's going to drastically improve on that, and I think he's going to score at least 4 victories in 2022. Prediction number 2. Chandler Smith is going to win at least 3 Camp World Truck Series races in 2022. Chandler Smith will be driving 18 once again for Kyle Busch Motorsports. And the reason I think he's going to have 3 wins is, 1, Chandler Smith was really coming on strong, especially in the second half of the season. He got a win at the Bristol Motor Speedway, also won the season finale at Phoenix, picking up his first 2 career Camp World Truck Series victories. On top of that, Chandler Smith is going to have practice and qualifying back once again in 2022, which I think is going to be a major benefactor to him having a really strong season in 2022. Because I think one of the reasons why Chandler Smith has struggled is because of the lack of practice qualifying. But with practice and qualifying coming back in 2022, I really think it's going to benefit him going into next season. And I think that Chandler Smith will score at least 3 victories. I think he gets it done. I think KBM is going to be a better team. They had their best season overall as an organization since 2017. And I think that Chandler Smith is going to have another strong season. I think he for sure also will make the championship 4, but I think he scores at least 3 victories in 2022. Prediction number 3. Kyle Busch will win at least 3 Camp World Truck Series races in 2022. Kyle Busch can run up to 5 or 7 Truck Series races for 2022, and he's probably going to run all 5 or all 7 races. Now, I had predicted for last year that I thought he was going to win all of his Camp World Truck Series races, but in 2 of those races, Chandler Nemechek beat him. I'm not expecting Kyle Busch to win every single race that he competes in next year. However, I do think he'll get at least 3 of them done, similar to what he did this past year. I think he'll get as many wins as he did in 2021. I think he scores at least 3 victories. We know how good Kyle Busch is, especially in the Camp World Truck Series. He's the all-time winning Camp World Truck Series driver in the history, and he also has a really successful team at the same time as well. So I expect Kyle Busch to be very fast, do extremely well, and I think Kyle Busch is going to score at least 3 victories in 2022 in the Truck Series. Prediction number 4. There will be at least 3 first-time winners in 2022 Camping World Truck Series. There are a lot of young drivers who are still looking for that first career win, who I think have a potential shot of picking up that first career win. Guys that come to mind, Carson Hocevar, who really had a breakout year in 2021, where he's able to make it to the round of 8 and had some really strong runs, including at Darlington and at Charlotte as well. You've got Haley Deegan, who potentially could win at Bristol Dirt or Super Speedway, or other tracks for that matter if they improve. You got Tanner Gray and DJR Racing. You've got a lot of drivers who will be looking for that first win, and I think you're going to see some first-time winners this year in 2022. You also could have the potential of some Cup guys coming down here and trying to go for their first career Truck Series victories. I think that is what I think is going to happen. So I think we're going to see at least 3 first-time Truck Series winners in 2022, whether that's full-time drivers or whether that is drivers coming from Cup to make their first starts. I think we're going to see at least 3 first-time Truck Series winners in 2022. Prediction number 5. Tyler Ankrum will make the playoffs in 2022. Tyler Ankrum will be moving over from GMS Racing over to the 16 for Tory Racing. And I've seen a lot of people that have been really skeptical on Tyler Ankrum. I'm not expecting Tyler Ankrum to blow everything out of the water. I don't expect to have as good of a year as Austin Hill has had for the last couple of years, or what Brett Moffitt did in 2018. I think he will have a season very similar to what Ryan Truex had in 2017. However, I think he will also win a race in 2022. I think one of the reasons why Tyler Ankrum has struggled, though, is because they've had too much inventory at GMS Racing. with the team, there's only going to be 2 trucks in 2022. So I think that Tyler Ingram is going to have a good enough season to make the playoffs in 2022. I think he does well enough, and I believe he will make the playoffs. Prediction number 6. There will be at least 5 Truck Series races with at least 10 plus cautions in 2022. The Truck Series this year had a ton of races with at least a minimum of 10 cautions in the races. A lot of these races, especially you look at Darlington, where they were Wreckfests. Knoxville, which was a Wreckfest. Of course, Super Speedways could potentially be Wreckfests. The short track races have become really big Wreckfests. And I think that because all these younger drivers coming in, it seems like they don't really have a lot of respect. And a lot of these people they're coming in now are born after Dale Earnhardt passed away. A lot of these drivers think, and if the cars are safe right now, they think that they can get away with type of racing. So I really expect that we're going to see at least 5 races. Though I do think they're not going to happen as frequently, I think that though we're going to see a lot of Wreckfest races in 2022. I think it happens. We see at least 5 Wreckfest races in 2022. Prediction number 7. Kyle Larson is once again going to run the Bristol Dirt Truck Series race in 2022. Kyle Larson last year competed for Nice Motorsports in the Bristol Dirt Truck Series race in the number 44 truck. And actually really was not that impressive in that race, but because the Highline really never came in, and it was a single group track, it was very, very difficult to pass. And it was, of course, set by owners' points because they were not able to qualify because the unfortunate qualifying got washed out. They actually attempted to qualify for it, but unfortunately it got washed out. But I think that Kyle Larson is going to run it once again. Kyle Larson, of course, guy runs a lot of dirt races, so I am expecting at this point that we're going to see Kyle Larson compete in the Bristol Truck Race. What team he'll run for? Maybe he goes to Rackley WR, perhaps. Maybe he goes to GMS Racing if they at some point open up a third truck, maybe perhaps. But I think that Kyle Larson is for sure going to run the Bristol Truck Series race in 2022 once again. And maybe he'll run for Nice Motorsports again in their 5th trucks because Tyler Carpenter is going to run the Knoxville Truck Race. But I think Kyle Larson will compete in the Bristol Truck Race. Prediction number 8. Chase Purdy does not win a single race in 2022. Chase Purdy will also be moving, like Tyler Ingram, will also be moving over to Hattori Racing. He'll be driving a 61 for Hattori Racing in 2022. My expectations for Chase Purdy are not very high. He had a very disappointing season. Honestly, one of the most unbelievably bad seasons in 2022. He drove the same truck that Brett Moffitt drove when he almost won the championship in 2020-23. And he had a lot of races where he finished outside the top 20. And at points in many races was going a lap down even to his teammates. And compared to his teammates, like Sheldon Creed and Zane Smith, he was not a championship contender like those guys. Those guys were championship contenders. Now, I do think that he will be a little bit better in 2022 than he was in 2021. But let's be honest, that's really not saying much. However, I do not trust him at all to really do anything. So I think he fails to make the playoffs and does not win a race. I think he's going to absolutely struggle. And I think he fails to win a race in 2022. I think he'll run out a lot of races outside the top 10, to be honest with you. I think he's going to struggle and does not do well in 2022. Prediction number 9. Grant Enfinger will win at least 3 Truck Series races for 2022. Grant Enfinger will be moving over from ThorSport and CR7 Motorsports over to GMS Racing in 2022. And I think that he's going back to the team that really started his career and really gave him a really big opportunity at the start of his career. And I think he is an excellent and incredibly talented driver who I think really kind of unfortunately got shafted last year. But he was really consistent last year. And I think that with them downsizing to 2 trucks, I think they're only going to get better. And plus, I think that veteran experience is going to come in. I think Grant Enfinger is going to absolutely be a driver that I think a lot of people 100% need to keep your eyes on going forward next year. I think he 100% is the underdog to win the title. And I think that Grant Enfinger will win at least 3 Truck Series races in 2022. And the final prediction, and prediction number 10 for 2022, Ben Rhodes will back up and win at least 2 races in 2022. Ben Rhodes in 2021 only scored 2 victories, which were the first 2 races in 2021, but he was able to win his first ever Camping World Truck Series championship. And I think Ben Rhodes is going to back that up. I think Ben Rhodes has become a much more mature and a much more respected driver out on the racetrack. And considering what happened in 2020 at Texas and what happened late in the year, he actually was one of the cleaner drivers out there. And I had a lot of respect for what Ben Rhodes was doing because he had, I think, the least amount of incidents of anybody. He was very consistent and had actually the best average finish of anybody in the Camp World Truck Series who ran for the championship. So I think Ben Rhodes is going to win at least 2 races in 2022. I think he's going to be very, very fast, and someone 100% will have to keep an eye on if he can continue it. But I think he scores at least 2 victories in the 2022 NASCAR Camp World Truck Series season. So, those are my 2022 NASCAR Camp World Truck Series predictions. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notification on, so you be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on pages as well. List description below for that. And comment your predictions for the 2022 season. List your 10 predictions below, and I'll see what happens for 2022. But list your predictions below, and make sure you like the video as well. I may have a special video that's dropping on Monday, but I'm not sure what will be dropping Monday on this channel. But we're starting to get closer to the end of 2022. I've got some videos for the end of the year. We'll be at some point taking a look back at the end at 2021 and look at what this channel did in 2021. We're very, very close to that. But anyway, once again, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR, IndyCar, and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.